Hello, welcome to iPro Edu. This is an explanatory video for ÖSD Zertifikat A1. Let's start with our explanation. Okay, so let's start with an exam overview. That is what kind of examination it is. ÖSD Zertifikat A1 is taken in two ways, that is in two types of examination. First is ÖSD Zertifikat A1, which is for anybody who is 14 or older than 14. And ÖSD Kid A1, if you see the word kid, that means it is for anybody who is 10 or above. ÖSD is an internationally accepted and recognized examination for German language. The exam is administered and evaluated in the same way all over the world. All right, let's go to our next slide, which shows an exam overview, what kind of modules it has and how much time does every module take. Okay, so if you see here, the written module that you see consists of three modules. First one is listening, which is 10 minutes. The second one is reading, which is 25 minutes. And the third one is writing, which is 20 minutes. And the oral module, that is the speaking module, is separate. And if you see here, it has 10 minutes of preparation time, which is before the oral examination, and approximately 10 minutes for the actual examination. Okay, so this was just an exam overview. Let's discuss all the examination modules in detail. We're going to start with the first module, that is lesen, which is reading. Okay. So if you see here, the lesen module has 3 Aufgaben, 3 tasks to be done. So Aufgabe 1 has 5 questions for 10 marks. Aufgabe 2 has 6 questions for 10 marks. And Aufgabe 3 has again 5 questions for 10 marks. That in total makes lessons for 30 marks if you see. And if you see in the corner here, there's the timing, which is 25 minutes. All right. Let's discuss all the Aufgaben, all the tasks in detail. Yeah. So if you see here, now on the screen, you can see Lesen Aufgabe 1. Okay. If you see on the left side, there is a text given here. Okay. So I've written here, there are 6 texts. Okay. And on the right side, if you see, there is a heading. Okay, so you have to choose which text or else which Anzeige or else advertisement goes with which heading. Okay, if you see there are 6 texts and 5 headings, that means 1 text is going to be extra. All right, let's go on to the next Aufgabe, Lesen Aufgabe 2. Okay, so Lesen Aufgabe 2, if you see, there are going to be, again on the left side, you will see a text. So there are going to be actually 3 texts that you're going to read here. Every text has 2 questions, actually 2 Ja-Nein Fragen, that is yes, no questions. All right, you have to read the text. On the basis of that text, you have to answer the questions Ja oder Nein. Okay, so 3 texts, and for every text 2 questions, that is 6, that is 6 Ja-Nein questions. Okay, let's go on to the next Aufgabe, Lesen Aufgabe 3. Okay, again on the left side, you will see 2 texts. Yeah, in the examination, there are going to be 5 texts. Okay, and on the right side, you're going to see a picture. In the examination, there are going to be 6 pictures. Yeah. So what you have to do is you have to find the right picture for the right text. All right. Again, now you'll notice here that there are 5 texts and 6 pictures. That means 1 picture is going to be extra. All right. So this was our Lesen module. Okay. Let's go on to the next module, that is Hören. Hören means listening. Okay. I'll take on to the next slide. Hören, if you see, is approximately 10 minutes. That is, it depends on the time of the track. Yeah. So it could be 12 minutes. It could also be sometimes 9 minutes. It depends on the track. If you see lesen, hören also has 3 Aufgaben. Can you see? So Aufgabe 1 has 5 questions for 10 marks. All right. Aufgabe 2, which is task 2, has 5 questions again for 10 marks. And Aufgabe 3 has again 5 questions for 10 marks. All right. So that makes in total 30 marks for the whole Hören. All right. Now let's go through all the Aufgaben, all the tasks in detail. Okay. So now if you see on the screen, that is Hören Aufgabe 1. Okay. Now here we are going to listen to 5 texts. Das ist hören. We are not going to read. We are going to listen to 5 texts. Yeah. So we are hören 5 Texte. We are going to listen to 5 texts. And if you see, there are 6 pictures. Okay. Every text, please remember, you're going to hear only once. Yeah. Nur einmal. All right. And you have to find the right picture for the right text. Okay. So if you see here, 6 pictures and 5 texts that we are going to listen to, that means 1 picture is extra. All right. Okay. Let's go on to Hören Aufgabe 2. Hören Aufgabe 2 here, if you can see, it's a small form that you have to fill up. Okay, you're going to hear a message or a small text. Yeah, you're going to hear the text zweimal or else twice. Okay, and there are 5 informations to be filled. Okay, so you hear the information, you hear the text, and then you fill up these 5 informations. Okay, it's 1 text which you will hear twice. All right, let's go on to Hören Aufgabe 3. All right, now here if you see, there are again 5 texts that we are going to listen to. Okay, and there are 4 options given here. Here it is countries like Africa, America, ASEAN, Europa. Yeah, there could be other things as well. It is not necessarily that it is going to be dependent on countries itself. So it is 5 texts and 4 answers, right? And every text you're going to hear only once, all right? And for every text, there can be only 1 correct answer. All right. So if you hear text 1 and they are speaking about Africa, you have to mark Africa. But you cannot mark Africa as well as ASEAN. Yeah. So you can only mark Africa for text 1. All right. So you hear the text only once. Yeah. That was our Hören module in general. Let's go on to the next module, that is Schreiben module, that is writing module. Okay, now if you see here, a writing module, that is Schreiben module, has 2 Aufgaben, that is 2 tasks to be done. Aufgabe 1 has 10 questions for 10 marks and Aufgabe 2 has 1 question for 10 marks. And if you see, it is 20 minutes of time for both the Aufgaben. Okay, yeah, let's see all the Aufgaben in detail. Okay, now here Schreiben Aufgabe 1. If you can see here, there's a formula given here. There's a form, okay? In general, you are going to be getting information here, okay? Before the formula, you're going to see information. And based on that information, you have to fill up the form. In this test, although there is no information given, so they have given, you can write your own name, you can write anybody else's name, but in the examination, there's going to be information given to some person, something related to the formula, and then you have to fill up the form on the basis of that information. All right. So Aufgabe 1 is just fill up the form on the basis of information given above. Let's go on to Aufgabe 2. All right. Now, if you see on the left side, there is an email. Okay. So you read the email first. All right. And then go on to write an answer to the email that you have just read with the help of 30 words, not more than 30 words, 30 max 35 words. Please make sure that you stick to the word limit. You can take help of these questions given here. Okay, you have to answer the questions. So read the email. On the basis of the email, you have to give a reply to that email with the help of the questions given here. Okay, so the questions here are an welchem Tag und wie viel Uhr kommst du? What day and at what time are you going to come at? Wie lange möchtest du bleiben? How long do you want to stay? Wen brings du mit? Whom are you going to bring along? So there could be different questions for different emails. So basically take help of these email and then answer the question. Okay, let's go on to the next module, that is our Sprechen module or else our oral module. All right. Okay, so the Sprechen or else the speaking has 3 Aufgaben. Okay, first Aufgabe, that is Aufgabe 1, is introduction. Aufgabe 2 is picture description. And Aufgabe 3 is conversation. Yeah, and Sprechen, the actual examination, takes about 10 minutes and it is Einzelprüfung, that is single, individual Prüfung. You're not in pairs, but you are single in the examination room. All right. Okay, let's go on to discuss all the Aufgaben or all the tasks in detail. Yeah, so here if you see, there is Sprechen Aufgabe 1. Right. So on the left side, you are seeing a card. And on the card, there are 6 topics given. Yeah. So out of the 6 topics, you have to choose any 4 topics that you want to talk to on. Correct? Any 4 topics that you want to talk about. And for every topic, you have to say at least 2 to 3 sentences. This card is basically used for you to give your own introduction. Okay, so you could choose Sprachen, Beruf, Hobbys, Familie, or else you could also choose Sport, Hobbys, Lieblingsessen, Sprachen. You choose any 4 topics. Okay, after you are done speaking on all the 4 topics, or maybe in middle sometimes, the examiner will ask you questions. And remember, they are most of the times going to be W-Fragen, that is WH questions. All right. And once the examiner has asked those questions, you have to answer the questions asked by the examiner. So make sure that you are answering the questions that are asked by the examiner. All right. Okay. Let's go on to Sprechenaufgabe 2. Okay. Now here you can see on the left side, there are 3 pictures. Out of these 3 pictures, in your preparation time before the examination, you have to choose one picture. Okay. And in Aufgabe 2, you have to give a small description of the picture that you have chosen. Here, I'll just give you a small tip. Choose an easy picture to describe and also to have a Gespräch with. Okay. So once you have chosen the picture, you can see that on the right side, there are a few questions. Was sehen Sie? That is, what can you see? Wie viele Personen sehen Sie? How many people are you seeing? Wo sind diese Personen? Where are these people? Was machen diese Personen? What are the people doing? Okay, so you have to take help of these questions and describe the picture as much as you can. You can also talk about what clothes they are wearing, what color clothes they are wearing, and how do they look? Do they happy? Do they look sad? What roles are they playing? Are they playing the role of Kunde, customer, Verkäufer, seller, or else any role that you see them playing, you have to make sure that you mention it. All right. That is just about your picture description. That was your Sprechenaufgabe 2. Now let's go on to Sprechenaufgabe 3. Okay. Now, if you have gone through Aufgabe 2, you know that you've chosen a picture. To the picture that you have chosen, you have to do a Gespräch or else a conversation with an examiner in Aufgabe 3, that is in task 3. Okay, you get to choose the role that you want to play and you have to do the Gespräch with the examiner. Okay, make sure that it is a well thought of Gespräch. When you have time in the preparation room, make sure that you think what you could say, what you do not need to say, what should be said. Pay attention to all the greetings that you are saying. if it's a kind of shop Gespräch that you are doing or shop conversation that you are doing, are you talking to them with do? Are you talking to them with Z? So make sure that you have it all prepared well in advance. All right. And then you do the Gespräch with the examiner. That's it. With Sprechen Aufgabe 3, as well as the whole examination. Sprechen was our last module that we needed to discuss. So the explanation of whole examination you have now. So you have an idea what you need to do in every module for every task. We have come to the end of this explanatory video. You need any help with us, please get back to us. And please like, share, and subscribe our video. Thank you.